Hello and welcome to the podcast that asks the question, what can the kids watch? So, yonks ago, in episode 1, I flat out said, of course they can watch Star Wars movies, we're not going to go into that territory, but we have had a trip to the cinema and we thought it was worth mentioning it, so we're doing this special episode. We went to see The Mandalorian and Grogu. So this is this year, which is 2026. It's directed by Jon Favreau and it is starring, sort of, Pedro Pascal. I say sort of because he's not, I mean, it's always his voice, but there's other people in that suit.
Yeah.
So, sort of. It sometimes stars Pedro Pascal. Always his voice.
Yes, a bit like Dave Prowse and
Yeah,
Denzel
I
Jones.
mean that's it, isn't it? I mean, people don't really need to get on the high horse about that because it's a franchise made up of people in suits and then other people doing the voice.
Yeah, it's given everyone a chance.
Yeah, and God knows we do not want a Darth Vader with David Prowse's voice.
Go on and do an impression.
Have you not seen it without the dub?
No, what's his accent?
Oh, he's West Country, so he's all like, you find those Death Star plans and you bring them to me.
I think there should be an alternative version.
You can, it's on the Blu-ray. You can watch the raw footage on the Blu-ray and hear that voice. It's on YouTube as well. It's easy to get hold of.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
Can I want to say this as well because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I've seen a lot of things about Star Wars films, and something that's never comes up, and this is nothing to do with The Mandalorian, but it is to do with Star Wars. No one ever seems to talk about the guy that shouts "Die, dickhead" in Return of the Jedi.
What?
I've shown you that. So, at the battle at the end, and this is what fucking happens when you start fucking filming in the United Kingdom. Fucking lessons to be learned. So, an A-wing, in the battle, an A-wing ship is out of control and flies into the Super Star Destroyer. And then the Super Star Destroyer loses control and starts to tip, and it goes nose first into the Death Star, which is not what blows up the Death Star, but certainly, fucks it a bit. Yeah, no one's not making a fucking insurance claim after that. So it's crashed in, and then it cuts inside Admiral Akbar's ship. You know Akbar?
Yes.
It's a trap.
Yes.
That fella.
Yeah, that one.
So he's sometimes a puppet. Anyway, he's a mix between a puppet and a person in a suit and makeup, but he's sometimes a puppet. Anyway, I think that's fascinating. So he's there and he sort of sits back in his chair, and it's a lovely bit of animatronic where he looks relieved. It's like, fucking hell, we're going to do this. So literally 3 seconds before it cuts away to another bit of action. Mm-hmm. And as I say, Akbar's happy that, well, he's not happy, but he's relieved. This thing is won. But literally 3 seconds before it cuts, you clearly fucking hear a man shout in a British accent, "Die, dickhead!" Now here's what I don't fucking understand. Why is all the sound of them celebrating not Foley sound done afterwards? How have they taken a sound from the actual set? Like, how is that?
I don't know.
But also, right, how many fucking times has Star Wars been re-released? And they've never gone, we should probably get rid of the man shouting "Die, dickhead." I checked it on Disney Plus the other day to let someone else know at work who didn't believe us. And she listened to it and she was like, fucking hell. Now, because I was like, don't look at the image, because it's only on my phone. I was like, just put your ear to my phone and you can hear it as clear as day. Die, dickhead!
I mean, they've messed about with that film quite a lot over the years, so the fact that...
But they haven't added "Die, dickhead." That's always been there. I mean, what the fuck? Die, dickhead? Also, why is it just one dickhead? Why wasn't it "Die, dickheads"? Because there was loads of folk on that ship. The Super Star Destroyer is a big fucking ship. It's Because you get that bit in Empire Strikes Back where you get the normal Star Destroyers, but then this huge shadow casts over them, and then it cuts to the wide shot, and it's the Super Star Destroyer above the normal Star Destroyer. That's lots of dickheads. Not just one dickhead. Die, dickhead!
Okay. Moving
Anyway,
on.
Mandalorian and Grogu. I just want to talk about it, because no one fucking talks about Die, dickhead. Anyway, but it's there. I promise you, go and watch Return of the Jedi. I've described the scene. You know where to look for it. If you don't fucking know that scene in Star Wars, then it's not for you. So you know where it is. Go looking for it. I promise you it's there. I'm not bullshitting.
In
Die,
the likely
dickhead.
chance that a Disney exec hears this
And takes it out.
yeah.
Yeah, but they can't... I tell you what, Disney exec. You can't come to my house and take the fucking Blu-ray. I'll always have Die, dickhead in my house. Anyway, The Mandalorian and Grogu. So, The Mandalorian and Grogu is set after the third series of The Mandalorian. And a lot of people weren't keen on Series 3 of The Mandalorian. We binged it recently with the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, not binge.
Well,
I mean,
second time round was...
well,
like,
for you and me, yeah, but
Yeah.
the kids hadn't seen it. And we also included Book of Boba Fett because there's basically Mandalorian episodes in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows this series will know what I'm talking about. And I have never been a big fan of The Mandalorian.
see, I really like it.
I know you do, and you
I
wanted
love
us.
Grogu.
You wanted us to
Video.
get. You wanted us to get Disney Plus just so you could watch The Mandalorian, and I was like, I don't give a shit about that. And it was actually the fact I found out that Snowball Express was on Disney Plus is what actually clinched the deal for me. This beautiful family comedy, which regular listeners, I'm sure I've mentioned that film before. I'm
Yes.
sure. So yeah, but I don't mean to be a cunt, but it's basically taking the Lone Wolf and Cub films, which are these Japanese movies about a samurai and his son. He's basically a toddler, and they go from town to town fucking massacring people. And it's basically that. That is what The Mandalorian is, and no one's trying to hide it. Because Star Wars is littered with stealing from Japanese cinema. It's people usually get a bit more distracted by the more obvious things that it steals from, like those fucking John Carter books. Fuck me, the amount of stuff stolen that George Lucas stole from John Carter of Mars and Dune as well. A lot was stolen from Dune. That when Dune's film rolled out and eventually John Carter's films rolled out, it's like oh. Star Wars really fucking nicked some shit from you that's made your film look like you're nicking from Star Wars, but anyway, so I was a bit of a cunt about The Mandalorian because I was like, oh, it's just Lone Wolf and Cub. I just want to watch fucking Lone Wolf and Cub, and I do watch Lone Wolf and Cub. I like it a lot. And then there was episodes in The Mandalorian that were based on things. There's a Akira Kurosawa film called Yojimbo, and the episode that introduces Ahsoka is blatantly Yojimbo, and I was just like, oh, I wish I was just watching Yojimbo. But I've mellowed quite a lot on it, and it's because of the kids, which is why I want to do this episode of the podcast, because it's not just what can the kids watch, it's also how their enjoyment of some of these things makes me enjoy it more.
They're influencing you as well as...
Yeah, as well as me influencing them. Even though I chose to show them it, because I was just like, well, they will like it. And it's like, I don't hate it that much that I'm not fucking prepared to watch it again. And there's a lot of things in it I do like. And there's a lot of actors turn up in it in the series that I like. So I was like, yeah, I'm fine to watch it again. But watching it again, even Series 3, the series that people aren't keen on, I was like, oh, no, I'm actually enjoying this time. I think part of my problem is I can't get on with the cult.
Well, that's the thing.
You know I hate that fucking cult.
He's...
Can't take your
The actual
fucking helmet
Mandalorian
off.
is a stickler, even though he's not Mandalorian by birth.
Yeah.
They brought him up. And
In,
so
in
he,
the cult.
In the cult. And so
'Cause
he is
normal
a stickler
Mandalorians-
for the way,
Yeah,
isn't he?
because normal Mandalorians aren't like that.
No.
This is a cult. This is basically like Scientology.
Like extreme
Yeah,
religion
yeah.
kind of thing.
But yeah. So I watched The Mandalorian and Grogu a couple of days before you guys did.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was okay. I definitely liked the first half more than the second half.
Is it more like a couple of episodes smashed together?
It's like, well, yeah, it's because it does feel like 4 episodes. But then, so a few days have gone by and I thought a lot about it, knowing that I was going to be watching it again because we were taking you and the kids. So I was like, I know this is going to happen again, so I need to think more positively about this. And watching it a second time, I enjoyed it a lot more. And some things I had issue with the first time, I realised second time round I'd actually missed a bit of information, like a shot or a line or something had just passed me by, and I was like, okay, that actually does explain this thing I had a problem with. And yeah, I did enjoy it a lot more second time round. I still have issues with the second half. And yeah, it is like 4 episodes put up on the big screen. But then, how often did you watch that series and think, fucking hell, this would be better on a cinema screen? It's like,
Well, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's like, that's massive.
And I like those little puppet ones that
Yes.
they keep calling Grogu "Bad Baby,"
Yes. Yeah, they're fun. And they're voiced by
Shirley Henderson. Who is Mourning Myrtle in Harry Potter.
Yes.
And other things. she was in the film that was filmed in Cumbria.
Oh, Frozen.
Frozen,
But
yeah.
not Frozen the
Not Frozen.
not Frozen
Let It Go.
the Disney
Disney
film,
one, no,
yeah. And
no.
that film Frozen was made a long time before Disney's Frozen.
Yes.
Pedro Pascal is a very, very busy actor. I mean, he was in The Last of Us. He was in the most recent Fantastic Four movie. He's Reed Richards. So, and he's in that kind of crap film with Nicolas Cage. And he's very busy. He's very popular. A lot of women want to fuck him. I think a lot of men want to fuck him as well. I quite like how much he looks like Burt Reynolds. And it's not just the tash. I think the bone structure is very reminiscent of like 1970s. Especially in the early episodes of The Last of Us, I kept thinking, fucking hell, he is just Burt Reynolds. So it's understandable that he's not going to be in the costume all the time. He's busy as fuck. And as I say, he's a man who, as far as I understand, makes ladies wet with his voice. So just having him there doing a voice, I suppose, is all you need, really. And then obviously, because he's got this child with him the whole time, I suspect there's also a section of ladies going, oh, and he's so good with the kid as well. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and then they have to change the knickers. So
Can I just point out that I'm not one of that demographic?
no.
I just like it. I just
You like the series.
Yeah.
Not getting wet in the knickers over Pedro Pascal.
No, because I wasn't that keen on him in Game of Thrones.
Oh, fair enough, yeah. Oh, he was also in the Wonder Woman sequel as well, where he didn't have his moustache and looked like a potato that had gone off. Which is the other thing as well. So something that really fucking annoys me about The Mandalorian is when he takes the helmet off, which doesn't happen very often, but when he does, he's got a tash. Why the fuck would a man who is not allowed to take his helmet off grow a moustache?
Yeah, it'd either be beardy or he'd have shaved it all off.
Now, in this film, because you do see him, it's in the trailers, there's a lot of stubble around the moustache, but it's not a beard. The tash is still a dominant fixture. But yeah, why? Who's that for? And it's simply because Pedro Pascal agrees with me.
He looks better with a tash.
Yeah, he does not like his face without a moustache. And I get it. I absolutely get it. but it makes no fucking sense within the context of this fucking thing. So anyway,
Maybe it's got like a little, I don't know, automatic shaver underneath
the thing, and just
the helmet.
But why have a tash? What for? What for? Who? Anyway, that aside, and there's a thing in this film involving a gigantic sort of snake dragon monster water thing, and it's gigantic. It can eat you whole, but it has venom. And my issue is a creature that large wouldn't have venom. It wouldn't need it. But you said
the thing is that the way it's evolved,
or been forcibly evolved,
yeah, it could
genetically
engineered, or
because the Hutts are evil motherfuckers.
Yeah, so
yeah, fine, but no. So
it's Star Wars.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't care about these things, but then you've got to care about something. You can't just go along with everything it puts in front of you and not question some stuff. Anyway, how did you feel about it? You've only seen it the once.
I liked it. It felt like a couple of stories rolled into one.
Yes.
I liked... See, you didn't like it when Grogu and the Mandalorian are kind of separated for a while.
That's correct,
Whereas
yes.
I quite liked it, and there's some funny bits in it. And he's just...
I'll admit there is a very funny bit in that scene, but I would lose that funny bit because I don't think he should be alone for that length of time.
But some of it looked like, obviously, puppet work.
Yes.
And then some of it looked stop motion with him
building
this thing.
Yeah.
It just looked a bit like that.
But then we found out today that the huge guards outside the twins, they're the Hutts. They're in the Book of Boba Fett. They're two twin... I mean, fucking all the Hutts look the fucking same, really.
Yeah,
slugs. It's a fucking liberty calling them twins. But anyway, they've got these huge robot guards outside their throne room, and they're stop motion. And I didn't fucking know. Didn't even fucking register they were stop motion, because it's a film full of CGI. But, also the puppet work's fucking brilliant. Grogu, love or hate him, is a technological marvel. He's such an incredible puppet. Like, Jim Henson would have been fucking proud of that.
Yeah.
Really, God, that's incredible. Like, you look at the work Jim Henson was doing with Labyrinth and Dark Crystal, and, of course, The Muppets and Sesame Street, and you think, well, Grogu's, just an absolutely stunning bit of puppetry. But also, I assume he's got mechanics inside him as well. Not actual little mechanics. I mean, I assume he's got bits and bobs inside him making certain things do certain things. But, God, puppetry's come such a fucking long way. Mm-hmm. And he's a magnificent example. But then you get that thing in Olaf. Olaf in they've made that Frozen World now, haven't they? In Disney
Adventure World,
yeah. And there's a fucking animatronic Olaf wandering about, isn't there? And I know he had a stroke, fell over, and his nose popped off. But that could happen to anyone. But
yes,
but nevertheless, it's the marvel of technology and the work that has gone into creating the Mandalorian and Grogu, the different levels, the different departments to make that work. Not just Grogu, everything is amazing. Because Star Wars has always been a mix of the arts. Mm-hmm. As so many films are, but the amount of work that goes into creating these films is astounding. And all this film wants of me is to sit down, shut the fuck up and have a good time. And I feel bad that I can't always do that with it. And if I was a 10-year-old boy, this would be the greatest fucking film I'd ever seen. I fucking love, because I was a kid at the time, I fucking love the Ewok movies that were made in the 80s. That CBS made 2 TV movies about the Ewoks. It was Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor. Now, Caravan of Courage I haven't seen as much. That's the first one. But I had Battle for Endor on VHS, and I fucking watched it all the time. I really fucking love those Ewok movies. People fucking hate the Ewoks. Hate them. And I'll tell you what else, I fucking also love Return of the Jedi. Not just for die dickheads, but dickhead. But I love Return of the Jedi. I love all the nonsense. I love Jabba's palace. And that's the other fucking thing as well. I love Jabba the Hutt. And here I'm presented with more Hutts. More Hutts than I know what to do with. And I'm still fucking not happy and acting like an arsehole about it.
You're reading too much into it. Like, I was entertained. I enjoyed it. It gave me a really big smile. And I was happy with it. But then I'm not a die-hard fan like you.
I'm not a die-hard fan anymore. I used to be. Because there's a lot of Disney Plus shows out there for Star Wars that I've not seen. It's too much. I can't keep up with it. But I used to be. But I'm glad this got into cinemas. I think this would have been shit if this had just gone on to fucking Disney Plus, and that's that. And I think it's big, and the scale is really nice. And Space Chicago, which I've been calling one of the planets, is fucking great. I love looking at Space Chicago. I love the design. I love the characters. I love that weird thing that the most valuable thing is salt because it's been rationed. I love that little weird thing. I like all that little stuff.
I like the fights.
Yeah, I like the fights as well. I like the fighting pit. I like that it looks like the sort of chess game that Chewbacca's playing in A New Hope. I do know someone in particular who hates all that referencing, but I liked it. But I just feel the film itself doesn't quite hang together. But I feel much better about it second time round. And maybe a third time round I'll be like, do you know what? Just shut the fuck up. This is just fun.
Like that about the series?
Which series? Yeah.
Mandalorian. So you like?
Yeah. So yeah,
On you.
But once again, it was the kids that made me appreciate that series.
Okay.
So very recently, of course, we had for Doctor Who. Obviously, we've had this run with Ncuti Gatwa, and a lot of people, it's fair to say, have hated his 2 seasons as the Doctor. And I watched every episode every Saturday morning. We got it downloaded it on the Skybox off iPlayer, and me and the kids watched it every Saturday morning it was on. And it took me back to my childhood of Saturday morning kids television. And I honestly can't say how I might have felt about that era if it wasn't for watching it with the kids and enjoying it through their enthusiasm, being like, this is their Doctor now.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Ncuti Gatwa. I like what he did with it, but I mean, it's fair to say that due to some behind-the-scenes problems and rewriting of a lot of things, I honestly do not believe what we got was what was intended. Mm-hmm. There's definitely been changes made because of people being difficult, but I don't fucking know. But what we got, I think, for the most part, I thought was very enjoyable. But I enjoyed it more through the kids and their enthusiasm for it. Yeah. And that is the same thing that has happened with The Mandalorian, both the series and the film. They really fucking loved it. And I don't love it, but I can honestly say I did enjoy it. And I would go as far to say it's worth a trip to the cinema to see it, 100%, because the surround sound of the cinema, a great big screen, it's just how that thing should be watched.
Yeah.
And how, like I say, the amount of times I watched the series and thought, that'd look really fucking good on a cinema screen. That's a shame. And now we've finally got a Mandalorian adventure on the big screen, and it is worth seeing.
Yeah.
It's reminded me recently. So there's a Michael Jackson biopic out at the moment. It's just called Michael, and it's shit, really shit. But
why is it shit?
Because let's ignore the fact that it's not dealing with any of the allegations. Let's ignore that. It also fucking does not. It also skips over loads of fucking significant and important things in his life and career. So, yeah, let's pretend there was never any allegations. That film is still fucking missing loads of fucking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like looking at the guy who plays him. He's called Jafar Jackson. He is a Jackson.
It's his nephew.
Yeah. There's a bit where they recreate Thriller. And it bothers me because I'm watching a shot-for-shot remake of Thriller with a person that doesn't look enough like Michael Jackson dressed as Michael Jackson, to the point where it's the same feeling I get when I watch AI slop. And I'm like,
Right.
oh God, that's just jarring. But, it is worth going to see Michael in the cinema because that fucking music sounds incredible coming out of cinema speakers. Like, fucking hell. I just wanted to go home and listen to the music.
Yeah.
And I did. I went on and listened to the music and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But it doesn't sound anywhere near as good as it did in the cinema.
Yeah.
So, and once again, like Mandalorian and Grogu, it fucking lives on that cinema screen in a way that when that gets to Disney Plus, it might as well just be 4 episodes of the fucking TV series.
You'll just seem muted.
And I'd rather see 4 episodes of the TV series on a big screen with cinema surround sound
Yeah.
rather than another 4 episodes at home. And if they want to do another series, fine. I'm up for that, but it absolutely is worth seeing on the big screen for what it does.
Yeah.
And but I'm really, really glad you enjoyed it.
I did. There was characters I would have liked to have seen in it, but weren't. But I'm not going to mention that because...
Yeah, there is.
I'm not going to mention
But
the
it has
characters.
to. They had a tricky business of. It needs to stand alone.
Yes.
Because it's got to get people in who haven't watched the series.
Yeah.
And I actually, on that subject, I absolutely think you can watch this. And
As a standalone,
yeah, I
not
think,
having to see...
you know what George Lucas's plan for Star Wars was and why it's in episodes? Because when he was a kid, he used to go to the cinema and watch those serials, like, you know, Flash Gordon and whatever, and you get like part 1 one week and then part 2 after week. And he said no matter how hard he tried, he never got to see an entire run of it. And he said he wanted Star Wars to feel like that, like you could drop in at any moment with the knowledge you might have missed one, but it's okay, you'll catch up. And that is what the ethos of this film feels like. It's like you don't have to have seen the series to enjoy this, and you might watch this and think, oh well, I'll go back and watch the series.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You might be like, no, it's not for me.
Yeah, because not everyone has Disney Plus.
No, not everyone does. You can buy. It's very expensive to buy it on Blu-ray. You can buy it though, but you'd be better off just getting Disney Plus, I suppose. But yeah, it's definitely worth a trip. Our kids loved it. Mm-hmm. Very, very excited for it. The hype was massive. You obviously must have been excited for it.
I was.
Yeah.
The kids are really up for it and excited, and the boy wore his Grogu costume.
Oh, he did. I forgot about that.
And he got really hot halfway through and he's like
Yeah.
stripping off.
Yeah.
And the girl had her little Grogu toy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So
it was worth a trip out. And I'm glad I watched it a second time. I'd watch it a third. I might actually
I'll watch it again.
Whilst it's still on at work, I think I might try and watch it again.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right. So yes from me, recommendation all the way for your kids, and you might enjoy it as well.
Yeah. This is the way.
I'm not saying that.
No, definitely. I think it's the kids can definitely watch it.
Yes, lovely.
And adults too.
Yes, of course. Lovely. Okay. Speak to you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.